Welcome to the stage, a man who represented both Palace and the Tigers in the early 2000s. After joining Hull on loan from Newcastle in 2002, he went on to sign for the club permanently and make over 120 appearances in the black and amber, scoring 25 goals altogether. A move to Crystal Palace followed. He represented the Eagles between 2006 and 2008, known for his skill, his eye for goal, and his bleached blonde hair. Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Green. And joining Stuart is our very own official club ambassador. We call him Mr. Ambassador. 9 professional clubs, including spells in the Premier League with the Tigers, Middlesbrough and Bradford. 270 appearances for the Tigers in 2 spells, scoring 89 goals. Returned on loan in 2017, I don't know who wrote this. His 8 goals helping to save the Tigers from relegation from the Championship at the expense of Leeds United. And scorer of that goal. And he's dined out on that a few times, haven't you, Dina? Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Windass.
That goal got me divorced.
All right, a very expensive goal, we thought it was. The multi-million-pound goal.
Yeah, what should you got?
We're going to start with Stuart. You started your time in Hull at Boothry Park. How fondly do you remember those days?
I actually, when I talk about Boothry Park, I preferred Boothry Park. I loved my time there, and you know, I found the fans were closer. An old-fashioned ground. Listen, I enjoyed it here, don't get me wrong, but that was kind of the start of my career there. Had some good times and some bad times, and then we moved on to here, of course.
And how involved are you in football now these days, and what have you been up to recently?
Not a lot, really. I teach football in schools. I teach in around 12 schools, which is probably the next best thing, really, to playing and coaching. But regarding this kind of stuff and watching football, where I live, there's not an awful lot there. So this is a good chance for me to come out and watch a good game, really.
Do you get to watch many matches?
Not really. I was there Monday night. I wish I didn't go.
Doing a bit of research?
Well, no, I was doing the radio and sat next to this guy the other night, and we were just saying before, it's got to be a massive improvement today. Like, going to Middlesbrough with 1 up front and playing in your own half, not keeping the ball. It was a tough night.
A very tough night. Peter Taylor told an audience here not so long ago that leaving the Tigers was probably not his best decision. Looking back at your time at Sellers Park, do you wonder what might have been if you'd have stayed here at Hull?
Well, I had to leave. I didn't want to leave. I think he did. He wanted to go to Crystal Palace, where he was a bit of a legend as a player. I actually wanted to stay, and that was the best option, really, on deadline day, which is, pretty quick. I was either going to Aberdeen, Blackpool or Palace, and Palace was the best option. But I didn't really want to leave. So, what do? Do you stay and just play in the reserves, or do you go? And I had to go, really. You
had to go. Dean, over to you now. Crystal Palace finally ended their long wait for a league victory last weekend against Southampton, and Hull losing, as we know, by that goal at Middlesbrough on Monday. How will these results affect the players' confidence, do you think, today?
I think, like I said in my newspaper column, is that the one thing about us footballers, you've got to go out there with a smile on your face, and at the minute there's no smiles. Palace is going to be a tough opposition today. Going to play on the counter-attack. I know that obviously you haven't got the team yet, have you? Have we got the team?
We've not got the team yet, I don't think, now.
Yeah, but I know it because I'm ambassador, so I know it.
Mr. Ambassador. And he lives in the ambassador's residence as well.
I'm not going to tell you, I'm just going to say I know the team. But I said in my column that you got to play 2 centre forwards. I know it's difficult in the Premier League to play. There's a lot of managers in this division who are top players who can play 1 up front. We can't do that, and that's a fact. I played up front on my own. It's the hardest thing to do in the world. You've got to hold the ball up, you've got to bring people into play. Without Impacani, he obviously suspended. Diamandi can't do it. Hernandez can't do it. So you've got to play 2 at top. So he's going to go with Diamandi with Robert Snodgrass just off him. And obviously with 3 centre-halves. That's what he's going to go to today. He's got to. because we've got to score goals. There's no point getting results or 0-0s or pass from the back and this, that, and other. You know, you got to get the ball forward. You know, get these people who pay a lot of money to get off the seats. Do you know what I mean? And the one thing about it is, in the last few weeks, I wish I was in that change room today, because I'm filming today, because I've been filming all week since Middlesbrough. Me and Greeny was there watching the Middlesbrough game, right? And I could still play. Honestly, it was embarrassing.
So what would you be telling the players if you was Mike Phelan now?
Get a bit of passion and a bit of smile on your face and go and enjoy the game and go get a bit of aggression. You know, go. If you're not going to play well, make sure that the person who you're playing against doesn't play well as well. And that's what you don't see now. I know the modern day football's different to when I played, but ever go when you're driving home on the motorway after the game, look in the mirror and go, I've had a go today. And in the last few weeks, I've just said to Mick there, I've just told him exactly what they're videoing me now, is that, go and have a go. And they'll come here, they'll play 4-5-1 or 4-3-3, whatever we're going to play, and try to get us on the counter-attack. But I always say now is forget about the opposition. It's about us winning football matches. Forget about what you're going to play against. I know who we're going to play against. So I don't have to tell my team talk to my players, because you know who you're going to play against. If you don't know, then you shouldn't be a player. And I think today, if we ever go, the first goal is going to be crucial again. If we go 1-0 down, I fear the worst. Every time I'm sat in the director's box, I fear the worst.
We say every game's a must-win game, but how important is this one?
Every game's a must-win game. But the trouble is, you've got to win your home games. Say in any league, in any division, you've got to win every home game or take a point. But you can't go 7 or 8 games not winning, and people who are going home spending their wages and going on going, well, that's rubbish. Because I've done it. And I've done it when I've been a player and they've gone, that's rubbish. So, the one thing about it is just get a bit of passion about it. Try going to have a. If you're not going to play well, then make sure the opposition doesn't.
And how much is this confidence going to affect the players with Crystal Palace winning their last game and obviously us losing?
Well, Crystal Palace last week, if they wouldn't have won, then they're in the Alan Pardew's under pressure. Same predicament. But one win changes everything.
And it's his 300th appearance as a Premier League manager today.
I just spoke to him. I said, don't be nutting anybody today. Cause
well, it's a real head-to-head game, isn't it? Yeah.
So I said, David Marler's not playing, so you have to nut anybody. But he just said the same. I just spoke to Alan Pardew there. They're in the same situation. They need wins. To stay in the Premier League. And today, I think whoever scores the first goal will win the game.
Right, so now is the time we ask you to do your score prediction, Stuart.
That's the time I'll leave, because I'm rubbish at it.
I think, listening to Dean and the way we're going to play, I think and I'm hopeful that we'll win 2-1.
That's to Hull. When you say we, thank you. That's. I just want to make sure that, Dino?
It's because I'm paying him too much, he has to say that. That's what it is. I think whoever scores the first goal.
And who do you think will score the first goal?
I've not got a clue.
So it's a
whoever scores the first goal, right, I'll be right. There you go.
Well, we will see after 90 minutes. So we've got a 2-1 from Stuart. A very flaky answer from Dino. But for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dean Windass and Stuart Green.